Hey, it's Barça here, and today's video I'm going to be explaining why Memphis Depay will still be important for Barcelona this season. After a lot of rumors, he's ended up staying with the Blaugrana this summer, and though he's been forgotten a bit because of all the new players, I think Xavi will be very glad to still have him in the team. Make sure to stay tuned as I tell you exactly why. First, let's take a trip back to the summer of 2021. Barcelona have just had a rather disappointing season, where they've lost the league to Atletico Madrid and only won the Copa del Rey. And the Champions League, well, let's just not talk about that. So, as Barcelona is a big club, next season had to be better, and one of the best ways to make Barcelona compete again was to strengthen the squad. So, as a free agent, Memphis Depay was the perfect reinforcement for Koeman's team. Together with Messi, Griezmann, Ansu Fati, Dembélé and even world's best player Martin Braithwaite, Barcelona's attack was looking great. In July, that was really how things looked and the hype around Memphis was quite big, which is weird to think about now. But in the coming month, things were about to change. Both Messi and Griezmann had to leave because of financial issues, and consequently, Barcelona's attack had rather declined than it had improved. And now Messi had left, someone else needed to lead the attack. And with Ansu Fati and Dembélé being injury prone and Braithwaite and Luc de Jong being only Braithwaite and Luc de Jong, Memphis was the chosen one. Of course, it was impossible for him to replace Messi. But that season he did become Barca's top goal scorer with 12 goals in 28 games. Definitely not something that'll win you the Pichichi, but he had his impact, and without him Barcelona might have not ended up in second place. The same goes for Aubameyang and Luc de Jong of course, but the point is that Memphis was able to make the difference in a Barca shirt, which people tend to forget today. As Barcelona still had a disappointing season though, the attack needed to be reinforced this summer, and that's what happened with new signings like Lewandowski and Rafinha. On top of that, Dembélé and Ansu Fati have finally become match fit again, so Barca's attack suddenly became the best in the world, or at least one of the best. Memphis Depay didn't seem that necessary anymore, and Barcelona was open to selling him. After Aubameyang left too though and negotiations with Juventus weren't really progressing, the chance he just stayed at Barcelona increased. And when the summer transfer market ended, he was still at Barcelona. At this point, Barcelona had 6 attackers, and Memphis seemed to be the one on the bottom of Xavi's pecking order. It's only logical to think that too. Lewandowski is the better striker, Dembélé and Rafinha are more effective on the wings, and Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati need game time to improve and get in form. But Memphis is still necessary, and far from finished. First of all, because the season is long and everyone will need a rest every once in a while. It's a no-brainer that Memphis is a good option to have in that case. And if he plays, you can be sure he gives it his all, because he still wants to play as much as possible. So if Xavi gives him game time, he'll be eager to prove that he should be in the starting lineup. Last season, this competition mentality wasn't really there, and now we're likely to see a version of Memphis that's more driven and motivated than ever before. In other words, Memphis will probably be better than last season if you play him now, just because of the fact there's a lot of competition. Next, he's actually not worse than Rafinha, Ansu Fati or Ferran Torres, I think. These 4 are all around the same level, and who plays better will change from game to game. So Memphis isn't necessarily on the bottom of Xavi's pecking order. He might be Barca's 3rd best attacker when he's got a good day, and you can't tell me that Xavi can't use such a player. And when you look at his profile, he offers you something that others don't really offer. He doesn't really stay wide if he plays at left wing and likes to drive to the inside. In the right team, this fits perfectly. And yep, Barcelona is the right team. On either one of your 2 flanks, you need a winger to stay wide. With Dembélé and Rafinha, you'll always have that player on the right. That means that you can have a winger like Memphis on the left. But there's one other necessity to be able to play this way. You need an offensive left-back who will keep the pitch wide instead of Memphis. And surprise surprise, Barcelona have got that player, with Alejandro Balde, the archetype of an offensive left-back. If he plays together with Memphis, Barcelona's attack will be a perfectly functioning machine. Balde can put in crosses for Lewandowski while Memphis can link up with him in the center. And last but not least, you've got someone with Memphis who's able to make the difference with one individual action, whether it be through some magical skill or a strike from distance. And what's more, his finishing is better than that of Dembélé and Rafinha, so he makes up for their downsides. Ferran Torres or Ansu Fati are without a doubt very promising players that I really love, but in this setup I think Memphis is the best player to have on left wing at the moment. An in-form Ansu Fati will make Memphis end up on the bench again though, as he's got everything that Memphis has combined with a little more pace and better finishing. But even then, you need to give Ansu enough rest and Memphis offers you that option. So you see why Memphis can definitely still be of great use for Xavi. He offers something no one else really offers, he's important for the depth we've got in attack, he's far from finished and has still got the quality to perform well for Barça, which he has shown different times up till now, and in attack with Lewandowski and Dembélé for example, and Balde as your left back, he's basically the perfect player to have on the left wing. I'm not saying that he should start every game or that he will be Xavi's main left winger this season, but he's definitely way more than just our sixth attacker that provides us some depth. And I wouldn't be surprised if he will still come in crucial in some games in the long season that we've still got in front of us. So I'm really happy Barcelona didn't let him go and he's still an option. That was it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share your own opinion in the comments down below. Força Barça and have a good day.